Well, good morning, rise and shine. I hope you're not in a porta john somewhere watching this when you find it. You know what I mean? Uh, it's how truckers live these days. We're not allowed to go in and use the bathroom like a human being. Like a human being, go out and use the yard like a dog. They tell me. It's all right. It's all right. We'll deal with it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Be sure to come in and smash that like button for me if you could. I got a live one for you this morning. There will be some butthurt feelings today. Butthurt creams up there somewhere. um, yeah, got some good stuff today. Good stuff. I'm doing this on the phone. I'm trying this a little different because Verizon sucks. Verizon sucks really bad. Mint Mobile beat them out again today. I'm having to use Mint Mobile, so we'll go off the phone today. El Guapo's in the house. Good morning from Wyoming. There you go. There's the new epic trucking fails video from this morning. Six Emperor says, "Don't be fooled by Cash's warm, cuddly demeanor. His pimp hand is strong." Yeah, that's a little bit of what I got to talk about today. So I gotta keep it real with people, and I did a little talking on the phone with someone yesterday, and they're probably going to be butthurt when I talk about what I got to talk about. This is not it's real stuff, but I got to keep it real with people. And the main reason I thought about all this and making this video was I'm sitting here in my truck this morning getting unloaded at the distribution center, hence the vest, which is rubbing me raw. I got to be honest with you. That Velcro is rough. Um, so anyway, guy comes cruising through the parking lot, and he's literally eating a cup of pudding or something. I don't know. He's not paying a damn bit of attention what he's doing. He's like eating his pudding. He's not even looking around. You know, you're at a distribution center. There's people walking around. There's trucks backing in over there, trucks backing in over here. And yeah, this vest has got to go. Sorry. It's sticking to my watch. It's sticking to everything. Oh, there we go. There we go. I mean, honestly, if you can't see a man that's 6.5 foot tall walking around in an orange shirt, uh, you got problems. You're probably eating a cup of pudding like a jackass. But anyway, he's driving through, and his spring is broke on his trailer because they make you slide your tandems back here. So um, what it is, he slid them back and then he slid them back forward. Okay, he's literally dragging the hoses and everything through the parking lot. Is it my responsibility to let him know that, considering he's not paying a damn bit of attention to anything anyway? He's eating a cup of pudding. You know, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it, but I don't feel the need to like be someone's daddy out here. Um, that's not my responsibility. Like, check your stuff, make sure your stuff works. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's my responsibility to me. But the deal with talking to someone on the phone yesterday really got me thinking about some stuff. Um, mm, mm, okay. DIY is getting a tooth pulled. So, yeah, talking to someone on the phone yesterday about starting a trucking business. Okay. I had someone email me. Normally, I don't give out my phone number because a lot of people just call me to fish. They just want to know where I work, and they want to just, and it's like I don't talk about it. But anyway, um the guy calls me. Hello. Good. Yeah, yeah, we're checked in. That tracking app keeps saying it's not active. I keep clicking on it, but I'm not a big, it's that four kites, which isn't that great. But yeah, we're here. We're in the door. Yeah, I've got it set. Yeah, I've got it set to always track. Yeah, it just keeps saying inactive. So okay. Yep, no problem. Bye. Sorry about that. I like to make sure they know that four kites tracking is garbage. It never works for me. I don't know if you guys have problems with it, but anyway, back to this thing. Let's hit a few comments here real quick. See who's in here. Hunter P. Brown made it in. Thank you very much. Jerome Jones in the house. Sterling's in. I know he's in a porta john. That guy, that's where he hangs out, I reckon. Tango's in the house. What up? Six Semper says, last time Cash let me butt hurt I didn't poop right for a week. Damn it. Damn it. Cash King Vegas birthday weekend or go meet Adam Bennett. Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Uh, Dave's not here. Um, Sterling says, I ate a tube of butthurt cream. I'm ready for this. DIY is getting a tooth pulled this AM. Mrs. Miss Mizzers is manning the phone. Ah, okay. Okay. Justin says, good morning on the 34 in Kansas. Proud to say we're averaging 1,200 a day. There you go. In that past 1,300 days straight. Whoop, whoop. Gotta get this truck paid off. Damn it, boy. Hope you're well. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I got to talk about too. This guy called me yesterday. He wanted to know about like how to start a trucking business. But then he just wanted to argue with everything I told him. And it was like, I don't know. It kills me. DIY hitting that nitrous oxide this morning. I hope so. DIY is going to need some pudding after this. Yeah, just don't eat your pudding as you drive through a distribution parking lot. That's the thing. Pay attention. Snorlord's in the house. What up, Snorlord? Good morning. That's funny. You said guys call me and voila on the phone rings. Yeah. Oh, wait, I had to take that one. That was the broker. Yeah, Mrs. DIY calls it. Oh, son. Alfalfa's in the house. I think that's how I said it. Alpha. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Horrible. In Salt Lake City, Justin says the real Snorlord. That's perfect timing. Yeah. AB made it in. Rockin' Robin made it in. Good morning. What are we griping about today? We're griping about truckers and how I'm not their daddy. And if you want me to be your daddy, I'm going to take my belt off and I'm going to beat you with it occasionally. Oh, hey. So I had a guy call me yesterday. I've been emailing back and forth with him a little bit. He knows who it is. If if he's watching, whatever, he can get butt hurt. I don't care. Because I would say this, I said all this to him yesterday, but I just want to explain like how trucking is and where trucking's going, in my opinion. Okay. So we're talking about what kind of truck to buy. Okay. And his top priority is to get a truck that doesn't require an e-log. Okay. He wants a glider kit at all cost, a glider kit, because he's not going to run an e-log. And I'm just like, are you really planning on running that hard that you're going to just run illegal all the time? And apparently, I guess that's the number one priority. Because I was like, here's the thing, bro. You're looking at trucks with 500,000 miles on them that they want $100,000 for. And I'm like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, I get like, you know, it's a glider kit. There's things you can rebuild on them. There's things you can keep around longer. Is it worth it? Is it really? I mean, I'm getting to the point where I liked glider kits back when they first came out with emissions. I loved glider. I've almost bought a couple. Really thought about it. These days, number one, glider kits are getting old. They don't make no new ones, so they're getting older. So that's a thing. And so I'm like, well, you're going to be overpaying for that truck, for what you're going to get. And fuel economy is, you can expect maybe 7 out of it if you drive it right. It's a Coronado. He's looking at a Coronado glider kit, probably a Fitzgerald, which I'm not a big fan of that either. So I was trying to explain, you know, there are better options out there right now. You can get, you know, for $100,000, you can get a lot of newer truck for $100,000. And I also was trying to explain to them that I think, 7 miles per gallon is kind of the standard right now, but I think that's moving up. I think honestly, if you can't get up to like 7.5, 8 miles per gallon, a lot of these trucks are going to become obsolete. I mean, look at how many YouTubers have you seen that start out in a hood truck and then end up in that dang old plastic truck, I mean, how many do that? A lot. It's because of the economics of trucking. Okay. I don't get on here and say, I think, you know, fuel economy is the number one thing in trucking because I'm, I hate a certain kind of truck. I do because that's the way the economy is going. I mean, but anyway, so I try to help this guy. Tell him I'm not sure I'd buy that truck. I'm not sure I'd do this, and I kind of, like I was trying to get a feel for where he was at in trucking. It's like if you can't turn a wrench, it's going to be expensive to operate a truck. And I'm not saying you have to know how to work on a truck, but if you're trying to get to a certain level, you need to at least know about the truck and how to maintain it. Because if not, I'll tell you right now, if I owned a shop to work on trucks, if you came in and act like you didn't know nothing, oh, I would suggest, hey, if we're going to replace the alternator, let's go ahead and, hell, let's replace the water pump while we're at it. Like, hey, we got the belt off. We got the serpentine belt off. Let's go ahead and replace everything. Hey, let's put a new crankshaft in that motor for, what I mean? It's like you're going to get rolled a little bit. That's what I was trying to explain to him. I don't know. I just feel like not everyone should be an owner operator. And I'm not saying ever. I'm just saying sometimes maybe you're not ready for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, hell, I'd like to fly a plane, but that don't mean I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? Just because I save up some money and I can put a down payment on an airplane, don't mean I should go fly the some bitch, right? I mean, I get up there, crash her into the ground right off the bat, and where am I at? I don't know. I don't know. Just whew, man, people. Some people you can't. I seen a shirt the other day. It said "asshole," ASKHOLE, asshole, and the definition was someone who asks for advice but then never takes it. I feel like that's what I was dealing with yesterday. Old boy he wanted to explain to me how trucking should be done. And I'm like, hey, I didn't call you. You called me. You know, I didn't beg you in 3 or 4 emails to give me your number. That was you. So don't explain to me how trucking works. Um, I don't know, just how I feel. Now, I mean, I could learn something from anybody. I mean, I'm not saying I'm above learning, but damn, like whenever I tell you, hey, I don't know, that truck gets 6.5 miles per gallon and you owe $100,000 on it, and it's probably going to need a lot of stuff be replaced coming soon. You're going to be in a tough spot hauling, $2 a mile freight. And these are the facts of life, Tootie. Let's see what we got here. Hunter Pre-Val says, I refuse all tracking. Call me or trust me or zip it. I like it when they do both. I like it when I do tracking and I update the tracking all the time and they still call me. TQL, come on. I accept the tracking, but it very rarely does me any good. But honestly, does that ever cost you money, Hunter? Because I know a lot of these rate cons say, if the driver doesn't accept tracking, it's a $150 fine or something like that. And I don't play with my money, so I make sure I turn it on. Jerome Jones, no luck with Four Kites too. Yeah, I can't get nothing out of Four Kites. Trucker Tools right there along with them. I'm not a fan of Trucker Tools. Trucker Tools used to be really good like 4 or 5 years ago for tracking. And then they added all these other layers to it, and I'm out on it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's see here. Somebody threw the super chat in there. Snorlord for $5 says, I take these kinds of calls all the time. People don't want advice. They want validation for bad decisions. Exactly. That's what they wanted. They wanted to call and go, hey, I've got a horrible business plan here. I need you to give me the thumbs up on it so I can blame you when it fails. And see, that's why I don't go along with crap like that. I tell you straight up, because when it fails, that's on you. If you would have took my advice and it fails, then that's on me. But my business plan, way better. I told him, instead of taking the guy's going to take $100,000 loan against his house to go buy a freaking 2015, I think, Coronado with 500,000 miles on it. And I'm like, that's strange to me. Number one, that truck is what, going on 8-9 years old, and it's only got 500,000 miles on it. I said, that truck's been sitting a lot for some reason. Either somebody couldn't afford the fuel on it, it's been breaking down a lot, or somebody just bought it as a part-time truck. But that's rare. But anyway, somebody wants $100,000 for a truck with 500,000 miles on it. I said, bro, you're going to take $100,000 loan against your house. Why not take a $50,000 loan, or don't take a loan against your house, number one. If you do, make it as small as possible, would be my advice. I mean, I told him, I said, honestly, if the only way you can start a trucking business is to take a loan against your house, I probably wouldn't start that trucking business. I just wouldn't. I even suggested to him, I said, have you thought about going and working for a good company for like another year, stack another 20 grand, on top of what you got? I mean, I don't know. Seems like to me it's possible. I mean, stacking 20 grand a year ain't easy. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, but hey, when you're an owner operator, you're going to make some sacrifices. It's going to happen. Woo, we got a red light, baby. We are getting unloaded finally. Sterling in the house for $20. Thank you very much. Sterling says, you can't tell me I'm going to fail because I'm going to look cooler than you. Yeah, I bet you will. Look real cool. Because, I got that old plastic truck. But hey, the world's starting to come around to these plastic trucks. It's the facts of life, baby. But yeah, so I was like, instead of putting $100,000 toward a truck that's got 500,000 miles on it, why not maybe, put 50 towards a truck that's got the same amount of miles and gets better fuel economy? But the big problem is the E-log. The E-log is the devil. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a few things in the hours of service I would change right now if I could. Right now, like yesterday, I should have took an extra 12 minutes at the fuel island yesterday. I was at a truck stop, nobody around. I pulled forward. I should have sat there 12 minutes, but instead I said, I'm not going to sit here. I ran in, I got the receipt, and I left. Later on down the road, the 30-minute break caught me. Screwed me. Like, well, not really screwed me, but I had to take a 30-minute break to drive an extra hour. Kind of not what I wanted to do, but whatever. So I'd get rid of the 30-minute break, and I would change the 70 hours in 8 days to at least 80 hours in 8 days. I just think that's a much better program. Actually, I like 70 and 7 because it actually makes sense in your head. You got a week, 70 hours. Makes sense. But yeah, as far as back to this business plan, it's like I gotta, and I was trying to explain that, sorry, I'm getting a lot of vibration here. I'm on the phone. If you guys just tuning in, smash that like button. We're on a phone doing a live show, so a little shaking. We're getting unloaded. I only got like 5 pallets here, so hopefully this doesn't take all day. But yeah, so back to the business plan. Even if you do get a glider kit, okay, you got to find a carrier that will accept a glider kit, because a lot of them don't want to deal with paper logs. You know, most of them are going to want you to use like motive or keep trucking or whatever it's called now. They're going to want you to use that even though it's not connected to your truck. They're still going to want you to electronically log it. And like I was explaining to him, you're not getting away with anything. I said, your phone is tracking you at all times. You go by way stations that take pictures of you. You're being tracked, whether you e-log it or not. And I said, if you cause a major accident, a lawyer's going to figure out where the hell you was at and what you was doing. You know, it's not hard to figure out. If you pick up a load in Chicago and you deliver it in Miami the next day, some law was broken along the way, you know, unless you're a team, you know. I don't know. I can't get over the fact that you want to build your whole business around doing something illegal. It's like at that point, why get into trucking? You know what I mean? Hell, get a mask, get a ski mask and start knocking off banks. It's much more lucrative and you don't have to get up at 2 in the morning. You know, that's just me. That's just how I look at it. CJ says situational awareness has gone to crap with common sense. Yeah, driving through a parking lot with trucks going here and there and people walking around and eating a damn cup of pudding. I'm just like, I don't know. In your shits, your airlines are hanging this far off the ground as you drive across, and I'm like, you know, is it my responsibility to flag him down? No, it's not. Don't make me take my belt off. Yes, exactly. That's just it. If you want me to, if you want my advice, it's gonna be with the belt. You know what I mean? I don't like giving people advice that want me to just justify a bad decision. Like Snorlord said, you know, they don't want advice. They want you to justify a bad decision, and you won't get that from me. Because I've got a hard, fast rule that I've had since I was freaking 20 years old. And that's I'd much rather you hate me for the truth than to love me for a lie. Because at the end of the day, I gotta live with what I tell you, and I gotta tell you what I think's best. Gonna pay for that daddy service. Yes. That one guy's in a house, 710 split, all you need in this crappy market. Yeah. I'm doing an 810 right now, or an 8-2 split, you know. I got here. Um, Starlord says gliders are stupid expensive. Yes, that's my thing with gliders. I would love to have a glider kit. You know, I'm somewhat mechanically inclined. I like working on stuff when I have to. Oh shit. Ow. Whew. Sorry about that, folks. Oh me. I took a foam mount to the shin. Let me oh me. That thing is never fallen off. Never fallen off. I've used that for so long. Surprising. All right. There we go. Back at it. But yeah, gliders. I would love to have a glider kit, but they are stupid expensive right now. I mean, you go on to truck paper and look, it's like, I mean, $100,000. You can hardly find one. I found a Columbia that's got like 1,000,000 miles on it, and they still want 50 grand, 60 grand for it. It's not worth the investment for me anymore. Windows up with the AC on or windows down, AC off, which is better for fuel mileage? Um, this is one of those things where when I climb a mountain, I don't know if it helps or not, but when I climb a mountain, I turn my AC off. I just figure it's better for the truck. I don't know if it is or it ain't, but when I'm just cruising down the road, I'm windows up and AC on for a couple reasons. When I first started trucking, I used to like to ride with the windows down. Number one, I took a bumblebee to the face one time. It didn't sting me, but just the impact of a bumblebee at 60 miles an hour left a freaking, it looked like I'd been stabbed in the face. It took it like a month to go away. No more riding with the windows down for me. That's why. But and plus, it's I would say just cruising down the road, it's not a huge gain having the AC off. Um, but now when I climb a mountain, I will turn the AC off just to give the truck the the extra horsepower. But I don't know. Maybe it's all makes no sense the way I do it, but or maybe it's not even helping me. But um, yeah, um, I don't know. That's my take on it. And I like to be comfortable too. Sometimes with the window down, it's just not cool enough. It's just hot air coming in the truck. So yeah. CB says I'm jumping into pre-emissions. No ELD glider. No ELD glider next week as a company driver. Wow, that is amazing. You can find that as a company driver. Um, you know, I'm not against it, but I just as a business plan to start out with, I don't think it's a good starter plan. I think number one, I think when you first start being an owner operator, I think $100,000 is too much for a truck. You know, uh, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I always think you're better off to start out with a truck you can pay off relatively quick. You know, get that title in your hand. Nothing builds confidence like as an owner operator and gives you options like getting that title. You know, pay that extra payment, pay that extra 200 or 300 a week if you can, if you can manage it. It will pay off in the long run because the sooner you get that title, the sooner you got more options. And I don't know because it's like if you lease onto a company and you don't like that company, it's an expensive move when you've got $100,000 truck. You know, you might be in a situation where you feel forced, and you never want to feel forced as an owner operator. But good luck, CB. I hope it works out well for you. Let me know what kind of fuel economy you get out of that truck. Justin Exer says not all, but most trucks ELD exempt will typically get worse fuel mileage, which won't make up for more runs a week. Yeah, um, you know, you see a few Cascadia gliders out there, but uh, I don't know, like the DD15, the new X15 efficiency series, the PACCAR, their fuel economy, they're amazing. I can't wait to see that new international S13 engine. We can't wait to see how that goes. There's a few on the market right now. I talked to a truck dealership in North Dakota that's got one, and I was going to go by there and make a video of it, but then I ended up not taking the load to North Dakota. So, but I would love to stop at an international dealership and see one of those S13 engines. Um, and they're annual with that, so that's pretty cool too. Ooh, I think I'm unloaded, boys. Might cut this one short. WSF Vader says, yeah, buddy, my DIY fuel card being delivered today. There you go. Good job. You get one. I'm working on it. I've been on vacation, so I just got back to trucking. This trucking life, hey. The discounts on the card are looking good. There you go. Justin Axford in the house. Your LD headlight is a quart low on blinker fluid. You broke the fill valve, so now you got a whole new set. That's exactly right. That's how I would be, CJ. If you showed up at my shop and you didn't know nothing about a truck, I seen a video going around the internet where the driver was talking about, it's not my responsibility to fill the oil in the engine. You know, I'm a company driver. It's not my responsibility. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure making sure you got oil in the engine is a pretty good part of a pre-trip. Engine locks up going down the road could be dangerous. Just saying. Just saying. Let me see here. We got I may regret this. Yeah, let me figure out how I'm gonna do this. Let me read. Adam Bennett's in the house with the super chat here. Verizon taking all day. I'll get to the comment eventually. Come on, Verizon. Oh, you bag. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until I'm off of Verizon. Adam Bennett in the house. What's going on? Where am I? Well, roll over and ask that old girl you met last night where you're at. She probably knows what city you're in. Oh, hey. Yeah, get you a big handful of angel hair pasta and ask her about it. W7 Raider says, you got yours already, Justin. Yeah, he might be talking to the inside track man there. Josh the Vegan's in the house. Good morning, JD Jeff made it in. Says, you know you like Natalie the best. Come on. Not quite yet. Okay, he ain't got it yet. Thank you again, Snorlord, for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. This Trucking Life's in the house. Imagine a DIY fuel card with one if Cash's funny thumbnails. Yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna get it all put together. There he is. Trucker Todd's in the house. What up, Trucker Todd? Says all the tracking apps are terrible. I had a broker yesterday that was I was on tracking, emailing them status updates, and they're still calling me. Yeah. Oh man, I just remembered. I got a funny ass video about tracking apps I gotta make. I'll probably put it on Epic Trucking Fails though. It'll be funny. Hunter B. Brown says, very rarely do I get charged, and even then I tell them I use Macro Point. It's the only one that gives me no issues. Yes. Macro Point's probably my favorite. That one that Robinson uses, Navisphere, that one's pretty good. Those are about the only two I really don't have problems with. CB says, Snorlord, I make poor decisions daily, but I don't complain about the consequences. Yeah, see, that's a big part of it too. I love that old song. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough, you know? Because yesterday, I forgot what I was doing. I left the side box open on the truck over here, and I was getting fuel, and I walked by the side box and just smashed my hand into it like an idiot. And I thought, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. Sterling in the house, thank you very much for the super chat. Sterling, you can't tell me I'm going to fail because I'm going to look cooler than you. I can't argue that. You do look cooler. I love the old Range Rover, man. That is, I'm jealous of that ride. I got to be honest with you. I like the Beetle and all, but the red box has got me. I'm digging it. Justin Axford in the house. Got turned away at a shipper the other day for not having 100% fuel reefer for a straight through run. Stuff is getting out of hand out of here. Yes. That yesterday I had a pickup, not yesterday, actually the day before. And I was afraid because I looked them up on Google and they had a guard shack there. And I'm like, some of these guards don't understand. My reefer with half a tank of fuel, that's at least 1 day of, hell, I could run an ice cream load for a day on half a tank of fuel. But yeah, they think a half a tank of fuel. They're like, oh my God, only a half a tank of fuel. What will ever happen? But it's like, calm down, bro. Calm down. 313 Trucker in the house. Good morning, Cash. Thank you for the super chat. I much appreciate that. Sorry I'm on the phone this morning because I may have to end this quickly because I'm getting unloaded. But thank you. Sorry I can't put the super chats up right away on the screen, but I do thank everybody for them, and I try to read them immediately. CB says, you can't fail if you don't try to win. You can't fall. Okay, you can't. Was that fail? Sorry. It's really tiny on the phone here, and I got one bad eye and one good eye. Or wait. Bad eye, good eye. Oh, just have fun and laugh at the absurdity of it all. That is true. You've got to enjoy the fail. Fishing is life in the house. What's crack-a-lacking, big dog? Not much. Raising hell on some people. About to take my belt off and beat some people. But not in a mean way, in a loving way. I only beat you to hell because I love you. I only scorched your ass with a leather belt because I love you. Jonathan's in the house. Agree, CB. Yeah. Craig says, how's it going, Cash? Shout out from home in Alabama. Ooh, you get double points if you watch from home. That's double points. Andrew's in the house. Buenos morning, Cashish. I think that's how you say that. Good morning, Andrew. Chief Freight Hauler's in the house. Good morning, everybody. Good words, CB. Yeah, Snorlord. Thank you. Driving with John's in the house. What up? Says, hey, Cash and everybody. This drinking light says, I come here for these. Hell, get a ski mask and start knocking off banks. It's much more lucrative and you don't have to get up at 2 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to do illegal shit, let's do the good stuff. You know what I mean? Get a gun, be a crack dealer. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not that, because then you're going to have to get up at 2 a.m. because, you know, when them crackheads run out of crack, they're going to call you at 2 a.m. And if you don't answer the phone, they will show up at your house and knock on your door at 2 a.m. I'm just saying. I'm just saying a good camera system goes a long way when you got some crack in the house. A friend told me. A friend told me. RGB in the house. Good morning. 313 trucker. Good morning. Felipe made it in. Woo. Six Semper Tyrannis says mortgaging the house to buy a truck in itself is a dumb move. I would say if that's your only option to get a truck, you're not ready to get a truck. Now, there can be situations where maybe, like, if you've got a paid off, well, no, if I got a paid off house, I'm not borrowing nothing against it, which I don't know. I'm very against debt these days. Like, I hate even, like, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? Anything. Yeah. But I get where you're coming from, Six Semper. I don't know if I would feel comfortable with that. JD Jeff says, I drove one as a company driver last year. It didn't work out because I didn't want to wash my feet in the hand sink. So it was not on the level, so I bailed. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. I'm not doing nothing illegal for anybody else, you know. Um, I told a broker the other day about they had this load scheduled stupid. And I told them, I said, I can't do illegal things for this kind of money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say I won't do illegal things, but for this kind of money, you know, I can't do it. I can't, you know, you're going to have to come up on the money a little bit if you want me to do something illegal. Sterling says, on a truck with AC, Rob's about 10 horsepower, and these new compressors, the engine fan takes 50 to 75 horsepower. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I used to my truck has a fan switch, but it doesn't turn the fan on. It's a dummy switch or something because it or I'm the dummy, I don't know. But when I had trucks that had a fan switch, you know, you top the heel and then you click the fan on to cool it down before the next heel, you know, if you were in the rolling hills. But you know, can't do that no more. Chief Red Holler says SST, that's the truth. Yeah, I hear that crap all the time. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Shannon Thomas Trucking in the house. What up, Shannon? Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciate you being here. Adam Bennett, $100 bills, y'all. Hopefully he figured out where he's at. The real question is, what does that taste in your mouth this morning? You know what I mean? Oh, man. Chief Red says, Cash, just sign the bottom of the page and get one of those S13s. There ain't a chance in hell I would buy one of those right now. You know what I mean? Because here's my thing with international, okay? If you guys got an international, I'm not knocking you or anything. I'm just saying here's my take on it. International made the Max Force engine. Mic drop. No, I'm just kidding. No, they did. They made the Max Force engine. They knew it was a bad engine, and they still sold it. I lost a lot of faith in international. Used to love internationals. I drove a 9400i with a Cummins ISX in it. I drove that thing to hell and back. And that was a good truck with a good engine. Had some electrical problems. You know, it had those international gremlins in it. You know, occasionally your headlights would turn off in the middle of the night for no reason, or you know, your dash lights would go out and come back on and go out and come back on 40 times a night. But it got decent fuel economy for what it was, and it was a damn good truck. You know, almost everything that broke on it, I broke. But I'm real weary. I'm real weary of international because of that. Because they willingly sold their customers a big old hunk of shit and denied it. that it was a hunk of shit. You know, I don't like that. That one guy says International S13 Max Super Force. There you go, Max Super Force. The S13 is a redesign. It's not a Max Force type engine. It's actually like completely opposite of a Max Force. Instead of having a lot of EGR, it's got hardly any EGR, or maybe it doesn't have I got to go look at it now. It's been about a year since I read about that engine. But this is Scania technology from Europe. So I think it could be good. I love the fact of the 14 speed, and they've also got that engine or that transmission set up to where it doesn't drain your air. Like it can work at a really low air pressure. So like if you're maneuvering in a parking lot that's like unlevel and stuff, you know how my truck, like if I'm backing down a real steep dock, the leveling valve wants to try to, go crazy, and it'll lower my air pressure sometimes, and I got to stop and let it build air pressure, and then I like how they got that set up. They're working on that. Adam Bennett, Reno by 3:00. Woo! Always better get after it. Justin says, I'm thinking against. I'm think. I think. Let me get a brain reset real fast. I think pulling against your home could be smart with the right business plan. That's what I did at 3.5% interest and paid it off in 6 months. Sounds smart to me. Yes, I'm not going to say there's no place for it. Okay. I know me and Justin have talked on the phone. I know what he's up to. He had a pretty good plan. Okay. But for most people, especially if you're going to go take that $100,000 and buy a truck that's maybe older than it, a little older than what you need to be spending $100,000 on, not a good idea. But yeah, sometimes there is 3.5% interest. If you would have borrowed from the bank on that straight truck, they probably want 18% interest. So I get where you're coming from with that. The right interest and terms, I agree, Justin. Yeah. Yeah. And also, like I said, if that's the only option you have to get a truck, that might be a problem. Justin, it will save you money and interest, assuming everything goes right. If you got hurt or sick and couldn't work, then your truck and home are at risk. Yeah. Yeah, you can get insurances against those things, but again, that adds to the loan. Thank you for the super chats. Rockin' Robin Trucking says John Wayne quote: "Life is hard. It's harder when you're stupid." Yes. Oh man, maybe that's why I'm not farther ahead in life. Maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as smart as I think I was. Chief Huller, or the government shuts down the economy and rates go in the tank. Yeah, whew. Better be prepared for that, everybody. CJ Hudson says it also applies to the W900 and the new Pete 589. Why take the hit on the miles per gallon with the hood when you can have the T680 or the 579 and have the same interior with more headroom? Because it don't look as cool. That's why. Hell, we're trying to look cool out here. Justin says a HELOC only requires a minimum interest payment every month. Loan is for 10 years. Typically, minimum interest 9.5% on a 60,000 truck. Yeah. CB says the meetings will continue until morale improves. Yes, exactly. I like that. Gone in the Wind says if you're getting a $60,000 truck, just make a cash offer and don't lose another 20 on interest. Yes, that's a big thing for me. Is borrowing money is you're basically paying someone else for the privilege. That's their time. Money equals time, basically. There's no other way to quantify money than time, because everything else is either found or made. Diamonds, gold, whatever. Time is the true factor of money. So when you borrow money, you're borrowing time. You know, that's money. That's time you didn't have to spend saving up money. You know, but you're going to pay for the privilege, especially these days. Um, you know, call me and ask me to borrow money. I tell you, I got this new thing. Email me if you want to borrow money. I tell you what, no applications will be refused. I will not refuse one application, but I'll deny every damn one of them. Y'all ain't getting none of my damn money. I paid it off in 6 months, paid $1,200 in interest. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Killian's in the house, getting this ground beef loaded up and headed to the house. Woo! I thought you were changing your name. Are you like Fate Trucking? You just can't stomach changing your name. Everybody, let me know down there what should Killian's change his name to? Mr. Home Every Weekend, Mr. To the House, Mr. 34 at the house, Mr. Don Lewin says if you paid $1,200 in interest, it wasn't free money. That's right. He said almost free money. But yeah, definitely not free money. Yeah, almost. Yeah, we are playing horseshoes. Yeah. Whichever way you go about getting a truck, please read what you sign. I got a friend that bought a truck in the height of the market, paid 26% interest. Ow! Ow! That's genuine pain you're hearing right there, folks. And he can't pay off early because it has prepayment penalties. Damn it, boy. Wow. Wow. Damn it, boy. Josh Vegas says, I hate it when I forget to turn my fan off. It uses way more fuel. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's why most of these newer trucks don't even have a working fan switch in them. Because, you know, you don't want your company driver riding around with a fan on all day. Penalties equal total of payment. Yeah, they won't let you pay it off early, so you're stuck at 26% interest. My Lord. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know if I've ever paid 26% in. That's one of those where I think about it and I go, huh, nah, it ain't worth it to me. I mean, hell, I don't care how good she looked. I wouldn't pay 26% interest. You know what I mean? Paying for lot lizards with my credit card over here. Stavo says, international, vibrate too much. Forget the engine. The shaking will drive you nuts. Okay. Justin says, yeah, Chief Fred Holler, there's no perfect way to do it. Cash would be the best, but most new owner operators getting have a start somewhere. Yeah, there you go. You got to do what's best for you. But yeah, if you could pay cash for a truck, you're on a whole nother level when you start out. I heard the international trucks had all the electrical problems because they would skimp on the wiring length. Yeah, I had a buddy tell me that. He had an international company truck and he had a wiring issue and he took it to international and the actual mechanic at international told him, you know, we do tons of wiring work just for that reason. Because number one, they use the smallest gauge wire that they can possibly use. And number two, they don't make the wiring harnesses long enough. And it's like, you think you pay almost $200,000 for a new truck. You know, a new international is like $180,000. Okay. You think for $180,000 they could give you an extra inch, right? I mean, just saying. You give me $100,000, I give you that extra inch. I promise. Chief Red Holler says, oh wait a minute, I skipped one. Oh, okay, no, I did. Chief Red Holler says, I've wore out a lot of shoes walking around a Cummins powered 9200 waiting on a tow truck. There you go. I used to have mine used to pop the main fuse. I mean, I had to carry around a pack of like 30 amp fuses. And I swear to God, I was going through downtown Knoxville one time in the left lane where I shouldn't have been, hammered down, you know, coming through there like a freight train, and that damn fuse popped and I lost power to everything. manual truck. You know, I had to drop it in neutral and roll it to the shoulder. And let me tell you, I was over here fighting that steering wheel, trying to get that damn thing onto the shoulder, losing speed in the left lane. Yeah, yeah, that truck taught me about internationals real quick. It did. George Wilson's in the house. What up, Mr. George Wilson? Good Friday morning. George Wilson showing up. Thank you, sir. I drove a 2023 International LT with 53,000 miles, and the cabinet doors won't even stay shut. Hey, who needs cabinet doors? Just rip them off, right? Killian's equals that other reefer guy. Damn it, boy. He'd have to be the other reefer guy. Because, see, I'm the original reefer guy, and then Fate Trucking's the somewhat middle ground, you know, reefer guy. So Killian's have to get in line. He'd have to be the third one. Killian's home time all the time. Yeah. Yeah, that boy goes home more than, I mean, damn, son. He's always got a load to the house. George Wilson says, if I was still in the game, my ego rules the day. I have to have a hood truck with a huge breathers. Whew. Wise man told me the other day, guy gave me some great advice. He said, you can feed your ego or you can feed your kids, but you can rarely feed them both at the same time. So there you go. Mike Nine Toes, the Bass Attack. Yeah, come on, Killian's change that name to the Bassmaster 34. Come on. I like those. Those are good. Josh Vegan says, that's what she said on the one more inch. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to be nice. And I said, hey, you give me $180,000, I can find you another inch somewhere. Oh, man, I'm not sure you could get it from me, but there'll be an extra one in there somewhere for you. Look at this Verizon. One bar, and can't even get it to load my damn chat here. Come on, Verizon. There it goes. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to Killian's today about changing his name. I like Bassmaster 34. That's a damn good name. Yeah. I don't know, the bastard. I mean, what do you think about the bastard? I didn't even mean that to come out that way, but the bastard. Oh man. Oh man. That's almost my favorite. I got to be honest with you. I wish I had Verizon. AT&T sucks, says Josh. Yeah. I got to tell you, man, Mint Mobile. When this contract is up and I don't owe $1 million on this stupid phone that I signed for, knowing that Verizon, I swear to God, I do some things sometimes. I think I might be a little mentally challenged here. Yeah. Chief Red Holler, Cash, that fuel card is working out great. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, no problem. No problem. The ES Advantage card. Check it out. Check it out. But I think I'm out of here, guys. They got to be calling me soon. Hell, I only had like 700 cases, maybe 500 cases. I didn't have a lot of cases. I had 5 pallets of little tiny boxes. So, and it was all like, I think it was 3 products. So they should break down pretty good. We'll be out of here soon. Have a great morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I much appreciate everybody. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for my channel members. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're watching this on a replay and you made it this far, smash that like button for me. If we could get 100 likes on there, it'd make me happy. And thanks to everybody that dropped them big super chats and the little ones and all of the super chats. Hell, none of them are small. When you're giving money to a stranger, it's never small. You know what I mean? 313 in the house. Thank you for the $20. Adam Bennett, as usual. I'm just glad to see you're alive, bro. The way you're living, whew. Damn it, boy. Let's say a little prayer for Adam Bennett. Sterling's in the house. What up, Sterling? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And Snore Lord in the house. Everybody check out those channels, by the way. All good channels. Until we meet next time, have a great day.